essential. As we're moving into the new age, the post-industrial age, innovation, data, technology, these are all the things that ports and maritime logistics operators are going to have to focus on to integrate themselves better into supply chains, to get information, to share, to drive efficiencies, to improve safety, to keep costs down. Well, there's many drivers behind the need to innovate and to become digital smart ports, but sustainability is certainly one of those. And stakeholders, governments and others, and even customers indeed for ports, are driving the pressures. So this is about improving the environmental impacts that ports have, reducing congestion, reducing pollution, and how ports respond to that is going to be a real challenge for them. Innovation can help, they can monitor what they're doing, they can limit drive efficiency so that congestion and other impacts are kept to a minimum. Well, there's several challenges for just-in-time logistics. A lot of it to do with information and how you process that when you receive that, and also to do with when the supply chains need things, which is usually immediately. And we have situations with Brexit where there are potential disruptions to just-in-time logistics in the UK, which are throwing up challenges for us. How the solutions will look, it's got to be through innovation and technology. Well, effectively, ports are mechanisms and ecosystems in their location, and they have to respond firstly to what their customers need, secondly to what their stakeholders need, and thirdly to the wider economic impacts. So balancing stakeholder interest, jobs, employment opportunities, of course, alongside environmental impacts, then also how they fit into the wider political systems locally, and then also, finally, how they fit in with wider regional and national strategies to drive the economy forward. Well, free ports is a traditional and a very historic concept, which is finding a bit of renaissance in the UK. With the advent of the UK leaving the European Union and the focus on the port sector, we've been able to encourage government to consider how it might stimulate more growth at ports around the UK. And one mechanism is to create a free port, so effectively zoning off what a port does. And these could drive much more efficiencies in customs areas, but also on the planning sector and the wider enterprise stimulus, setting up businesses and giving priorities to education and training around ports. Well, so far we haven't really established how we're going to drive forward the standardisation that is needed for in smart ports and innovation in the port sector. But we are looking at who the players should be to initiate some of the discussions. Also, that age-old question in terms of ports and ships, chicken and egg, who starts the dialogue, who starts the discussions? I think we're kind of clear that the shipping industry should come on board, and we'll be looking for further collaboration as we move forward. Well, the ports industry and the maritime sector is quite fragmented, I have to say. And so events like this, you have some competing consultants, you have different ports who wouldn't necessarily have a kind of need or opportunity to come together. So national events and international events, when they can come together, means we can start to talk about ideas, solutions, get together and collaborate. And despite the digital age, it's still really helpful to come together physically every now and then.